we doing? Episode what?
10.
Episode 10. All right. Hello, Claire.
Hello, Lisa Sinclair.
Hello, Claire Isaac.
How are
Lisa
you?
Sinclair Isaac.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
It's like
We've
Sinclair.
never worked that out, have we?
Yeah, we have. Well, we have because we had Sinclair Solutions.
We did have Sinclair Solutions. But Lisa Sinclair Isaac is particularly good. I really like. I think we should just do that in future.
Okay.
Okay.
We are your hosts.
We like
Lisa
Brangelina.
Sinclair Isaac.
Lisa Sinclair Isaac. It's
Welcome-
amazing.
Welcome to Playing Devil's Avocado.
Yes. In this episode,
Yeah.
there's a few things we're going to talk about. Incidental exercise, and I know these are really usually boring, but you found a really good list of things to do.
Yeah. Picking up marbles with your toes.
Yes, and carrying like a cat or something.
Yeah.
We're going to investigate why you should nourish your social. Now, how do I pronounce
Biome,
this?
I think.
Biome.
Yeah.
Your social biome.
Yeah.
So not your usual gut
Gut
flora.
flora, no.
This is your social biome. There's some culture club. There's some snack attack.
Mm-hmm.
There's some what hurts now. There's some what's cooking.
It's all your favourites.
It's all your bits and your bobs.
Mini bobs, not a lot of bits.
Yeah. So, but to start, Claire.
Yes, Lisa.
Now listen, you have two mottos in life.
Yeah.
One is eat the truffles, and the other, be
Be
nice
ni-
to your mum.
That's right.
Now listen, you sent me this video, and I watched it, and I was sober, and I didn't know what was going on. And then later, and I said, it's too small, what's going on? And then you sent me a bigger version, and I watched it drunk later,
Yeah.
and I was crying.
Yeah, I cried a lot. If I watch it now, I cry anyway.
Oh, so describe the video.
Well, it's a video
Yes.
of what we did on the weekend.
Yes.
Which was my mother's birthday. Hello, Marion.
Hi, Marion.
And my brother lives in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Hasn't seen her for 18 months
Wow.
because of COVID.
The COVID.
And she'd had a couple of tickets to go down at various times during the year and hasn't been able to go. They were coming up at Christmas and then there was that lockdown, couldn't come up, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. It's been a long time. So I said to my brother, why don't you come up and surprise Mum?
Yeah.
And he was like, okay. And like, it just randomly just went and booked tickets straight
Yes.
away. So then on Saturday, we went to lunch at her favourite cafe in Galston. And we planned it to perfection. He was in the car. He hid in the back of the car while she drove into the car park. She randomly...
In the back of her car?
No, back of our car.
Oh, okay.
While she drove into
you
the
picked him up
car
from the
park.
airport?
I picked him up from the airport.
That's nice of you.
Yes. She randomly backed into a flower pot. And so there was a moment of confusion. Anyway, and then he stayed in the car while we walked with her into the restaurant. And then he got on FaceTime and we pretended we were FaceTiming each other.
Yeah.
And then he walked in and tapped her on the shoulder.
Aw.
And then she cried.
I'm crying just thinking about it.
I cried.
Oh, it's so lovely.
And then everyone
Lee videoed
cried.
it.
Yeah, my husband videoed it. And
Yeah.
then we cried quite a while. My mum couldn't stop crying. It was very cute.
Yeah.
And then every time I've watched it since, I've cried.
Yeah, it was really very lovely.
And she was just so delighted
She
to
was
see
so
him.
happy, wasn't she?
And it was just such a nice thing to do. And I think it was a real moment of human connection. Or
Yes.
something. Like, you don't have many of those kind of moments where you suddenly go, oh, I've actually made you really happy. Well, not I
Yeah.
haven't, but that we have done something that's made
well,
you
you
so
did. You
lovely
organised it.
and happy, and it's so easy to do, make people happy.
And the thing I said to you was how much you look like your mum.
Yeah, I don't know that. I
Yeah,
never thought
you've got
that.
exactly the same tone,
Aw.
voice tone, and the same
Aw.
smile.
Aw.
Oh, it was a really beautiful thing to see.
It was lovely.
Well done,
well
you.
done, Daniel. Well done,
Well
Marion.
done, all of you. Well done, all
us
of you.
all.
Well, we should probably that should probably lean into our social biome story.
Yes,
Because it's all about
nourishing it.
human connection. So it's a Guardian story by Moya Sana, and it's about the social biome, how to build nourishing friendships and banish loneliness.
Yeah.
So you've heard of your gut microbiome, because we talk about that, about your gut flora and how important it is.
My gut flora in particular.
Yeah, so you're Jeffrey Hall, who's a professor of communication studies. He talks about the interactions and relationships that shape our emotional, psychological and physical health. And apparently it's all a bit out of whack because of COVID and lockdowns. Yeah. And he said it's all about the social interactions that you need, like food, to feel socially nourished.
Well, we've also touched on this was your brain needs it, doesn't it? Otherwise it shrinks if you don't have enough interaction with other people.
Yeah. And he said it's not, like with food, it's not just quantity, but variety and quality.
If only I knew that.
Yeah, so it's not just going and eating Big Macs. So it could be things, and people are really missing out on it at the moment, especially overseas. I think they're much worse off. But then we're in, we've got people in lockdown again, haven't we?
Yeah.
So, and it's little things. They've done all this research, and it's the daily little things that really matter. And they sort of did this survey of 400 people, and they explored the link between their everyday social exchanges and their sense of well-being. So it could be, just getting text messages and responding. Yeah. It could just be in a lift and talking to people in the lift. It could just be in the kitchen at work. And it's just about how important it is and how impoverished people can become if they don't have these little mini interactions.
I mean, half the time you don't want someone to talk to you in a lot of those situations.
No,
but... Get away from me, you creep. But if it means a difference, I guess what it is like if you're working with people or if you just see someone looking lonely and you just say, how you doing, or whatever. It means such a lot, doesn't it, to people?
It does. He says a healthy social... Oh, no, this is Robin Dunbar from the University of Oxford. He says a healthy social biome is the key to a healthy body and mind. And they all say that small talk is more nutritious than we think. And you have to look at energy to connection ratios. So it's things like those little easy moments of contact, asking a colleague how their weekend was. I mean, it's a bit boring, but, yeah, you should really.
What about asking about their dreams?
I love telling people about my dreams. Chatting about the traffic with a waiter. Like those things can have a really powerful effect when compared with the amount of effort they require. And they're really good for mood regulation. So small talk is disparaged as being awful, but, showing people that you're glad you're sharing a space with them is critical. So it's interesting, isn't it?
I mean, you can sort of see it, can't you? Because when you do talk to people and, you feel like they've had a bad day and you say something to them that kind of lights them up a bit, you kind of go, gosh, you really needed that nice chat with me. Not me, but someone.
With someone.
About
yes.
something.
Well, it's interesting because I always say you get the service that you deserve from waiters.
Yes, you do.
And
I mean, I don't know that you do say that, but you do get that.
But you do get that. And like me and Timmy, I don't think we've ever had bad service, honestly, very, very rarely. But then we always gasbag with the waiters. Probably we're annoying, to be honest. But we do always check in with the waiters, and we have, but maybe that's a bigger thing is that you check in, you say hello to the bus driver. And, Mr. Hall Professor Hall is saying, if you live alone and feel socially starved, a mild chat about the weather with a stranger in a queue at the post office can be really important. This whole loneliness thing, it just...
Oh, it's huge. It's an epidemic, isn't it? It's really...
epidemic.
It's like just as sort of scary in a way as COVID, in that it's because it doesn't have any age, just sort of...
No,
it doesn't matter that you're 75. You can be lonely, or you can be 33 and lonely.
That's right.
Or whatever.
He says...
although older people get more lonely.
They do, and that show's back this week, isn't it? I can't watch it because I cry too much.
What show? Oh, yes.
Old People's Home. I can't watch it, Claire.
I won't make you.
Don't make me watch it. Everyone keeps trying to make me watch it, and I just can't.
I cry too.
I'll cry too much. I'll be beside myself. Anyway, here's 5 ways to nourish your social biome. Loneliness is social hunger. Feed yourself. So you're going to have to get in a position and you're going to have to phone a sibling or join a sports club. You're going to
maybe that's why I enjoyed so much my brother coming up.
Of course.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Zoom, even if you really, really want to. It's healthy routines of online contact is critical at the moment. Mm-hmm. Prepare for some social negotiations. So... basically is saying, make sure you go to weddings and funerals. Invite people to things. I think that's a really good one, isn't it? Ask people to coffee.
Yeah.
So do you want to get a coffee or do you want to go for a walk? And the other one is climb the ladder of communication. So you prioritise what you're doing. So direct messaging is better than sharing a meme.
Right, okay.
Yes, and then you sort of go...
actual interaction is better than just liking someone's post or whatever.
Yes. That's right.
Okay.
And the top of the ladder is face-to-face conversation.
Isn't
the
it
most
though?
nourishing of all forms of social contact.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Claire?
That's lovely.
It's lovely. The other thing about lockdown is that people aren't... Well, I don't know. Are people exercising less or more? What do you think?
I think people were exercising more.
Yeah.
Now I'm not so sure.
Because it was an excuse to get out and about.
Well, also because everyone was like being flooded with, here's your online workout, here's your, way to be fit.
You've got some incidental exercise
I do.
tips.
Nothing I like more than a bit of incidental
I love
exercise.
incidental exercise
You don't have to think
stories.
about it, do you? You don't have to go anywhere or do anything.
Go on. So yours were quite good. I like these.
I have to find it though, so just give me 1 second.
It was in The Guardian.
Yes. Oh no, I just have it here.
I only read it because it
Yeah.
says think like a cat.
Yes, which means lick your ass probably.
What?
But no, don't lick your ass.
No.
So what they're saying is that this guy called Professor Emmanuel Stamatakis, who's an expert in physical activity at the Sydney Uni, said that incidental exercise is actually under research, but a paper he co-authored in 2018 found that sudden bursts of high-intensity incidental exercise, like running upstairs, for example, could be highly beneficial. Also could be very damaging to my knees, but we won't hold that against him. So some of the things that they have said, it's not him saying this, but the experts in the story have said, the first thing is that you should wake up and do a glute bridge. So basically, you know the bridge where it's like you lift your hips up off the bed. You should do that. Old people who
On the
do
bed
them,
or on the floor?
On the bed. That's fine. Put your knees bent, feet flat on the floor or bed, and lift your knees, hips, and shoulders off the floor, and squeezing the muscles in your bum. This trainer called Shelley Davis says that she has a 93-year-old client who does 3 in the morning before she gets out of bed, and she used to have to use an aid to get out of bed, and now she can get up herself.
Ooh,
isn't that amazing?
Amazing.
Chores, weeding in the garden. I mean, we've heard that a million times. This is your cat.
Yeah, what's the cat thing?
The cat is think like a cat and stretch after a nap. So as soon as you get up in the morning, have a stretch. Doesn't have to be a yoga sequence or anything like that. Just literally just a cat stretch.
Big stretch.
You know when you do the cat, where you arch your back and then you curl it the other way.
I'm not very good at that.
Cat cow, they believe they call it in some.
You're a cat cow.
You're a cat cow. And then Stamatakis says you should like run upstairs, whatever, or get out of breath for a minute if you can, which of course none of us like. If you don't have to drive somewhere, don't drive. So walk instead or cycle. Use stairs, all those kind of amazing things. And then they say this amazing thing, which is that... oh
no, have you lost
Oh
it?
no, here we are. This woman who was... Oh, it's just not on the printout, but a woman who was someone's patient... An old lady used to sit and watch TV all the time, and so he got her to pick up marbles with her toes, and that just helped her coordination and her muscle tone and everything. So it was actually a really, really good thing to do.
All right. What size marbles? The little ones or the big ones?
I don't know if I could pick up a small one with my toes. Maybe one of those giant ones that...
I'd be worried about the marbles just being all over the floor and then me going down.
I don't think you...
Like in a cartoon.
You don't, like, scatter marbles. You don't have to scatter marbles, like, willy-nilly across your floor. Get one marble, put it on the ground, pick it up, put it back down again. It says this woman was 86 and she had problems with her feet. So she strengthened her feet by watching TV and at the same time picking up marbles.
Sounds ideal.
It's like, I'm quite happy to do the TV. Marble part.
I don't even know where you buy marbles from.
I don't know. Do they even make marbles anymore?
Don't know. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know. Should we do some Culture Club?
Culture Club.
Culture Club. You saw a film that I've seen the trailer and I'm very much keen to see.
It's so good. Now, I paid $20 to see it so that I could talk about it today.
Oh, bless
because
you.
it's on Amazon Prime, but I think that
But
it
not
will
free.
be... It's not free. It's $20. It is Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar. Oh, my God. It's just so beautiful.
So it's one of my favourites.
Kristen Wiig.
Yes. And who's the other lady?
I can't remember her name.
Is she my other favourite?
No.
No.
Oh, I don't know. She's very funny. Let me tell you who she is. Barb and Star.
I think she's my other favourite.
Oh, really?
Who is it?
I'll tell you. She is... Oh, gosh. Annie Mumolo?
Oh, no. I don't think I know her. I'm going to look her up while you talk about it.
So, and it's so stupid and yet so delightful. Basically, Barb and Star are late 40s women who work in a furniture showroom in the Midwest of America. They get fired from their jobs, and I'm not giving anything away. Their shop shuts down. And a friend of theirs has just come back from a holiday from Vista Del Mar, which is this kind of imaginary place in Florida. And she says, oh, you should go on holiday, it's fabulous. And she just looks amazing, and they're a bit bored, they're a bit stuck in a rut. So they plan a holiday to Vista Del Mar, and they go there. And then what ensues is a kind of crazy spy thriller, but also coming of age, refinding yourself as in a midlife love story.
Sweet.
It's sweet, it's hilarious, it's so stupid, it's got like the most random people in it that I'm not going to give anything away about.
Okay. It's got a cast of people that I really like.
It's got so many good people in it. It's got...
I like Wendy what's her face? McClendon.
Good.
Yeah.
It's got Jamie Dornan in it, who plays the baddie, who one of them falls in love with. And it's just like...
Oh, Andy Garcia.
Yeah.
That's got to be good.
Yeah, he's only in it for a small amount of time. They've got lots of kind of really good kind of comic cameos.
Yes, lots of people I recognise from all my favourite TV shows.
And when you first start watching it, you go, oh gosh, I'm not sure if I can continue because it's so dumb. But then actually you just get really... I cried.
Did you watch it on your own? Or
I watched it on my own. I don't think it's not really a husband movie.
No, okay.
It's just a beautiful, fun, silly, good fun. And I love Kristen Wiig so much. I think she's so great. So
definitely on my list.
I highly recommend it. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. And if you can go and see it, if you can just pay the money, then pay the money. It's worth it for your soul. Worth it for your soul. Good
on you. I've read a nice book.
Yeah.
It's called The Henna Artist.
Yeah.
And it's by Alka Joshi. And it's one of, it's got, your wreath with the Spoon Sunshine Club sticker on it. Whatever a club's called, a book club. And it's very lovely. Aww. It's really nice. It's about a lady, and she's living in Jaipur in the 1950s, and she does the henna tattoos and designs, and she does it for all the rich ladies in Jaipur, but she's like of a lower caste, but she's trying to make more of a life for herself and sort of elevate herself and save money to buy a house. And it's just fascinating in terms of Indian culture, especially at that time, and how the caste system. And then she has this sister arrives that she didn't know existed because she had a previous marriage that she ran away from an abusive husband, and so her parents disowned her, so she never saw her parents again. And then this sister turns up, and then that sort of throws a bit of a cat amongst the pigeons. But no, it's lovely. I really recommend it.
Is it new?
I don't know if it's new. Maybe last year or the year before. I just picked it up.
Why not?
Why not?
Live a little.
Yeah, and I very much enjoyed it. So big recommendation from me.
All recommendations here, isn't it? I read a couple of books which I would also recommend. Clara and the Sun, which is by Kazuo Ishiguro.
Yes.
Who wrote Remains of the Day and those other books. It's a bit odd, but it's worth it. It's about a robot. Everyone switches off. The world goes quiet.
Goodbye.
It's about an artificial intelligence person. So it's in the future where everyone has an artificial intelligence friend, and she is brought by this family who've got a sick daughter that's who she's sort of bought for. And then the son, she gets powered up by the sun, so she hopes that the son can help this daughter as well, because she thinks that everything is healed by the sun, and it's kind of what happens, how she tries to make things better, and all this kind of interwoven stuff. It's quite it's a bit sci-fi-y, but not too much. It's actually really sweet. And I just wonder how on earth he came up with that idea. It just blows my tiny mind that someone can come up with an idea like that. And then I also read a book called Acts of Desperation, which is a completely different kind of book. It's by a woman called Megan Nolan. It's an Irish novel. It's new, brand new as well, and it's about a girl who's obsessed with her boyfriend and just the kind of level she'll go to keep him happy, and how we all as women kind of put ourselves down to make a partner happy. And it's quite, with all this stuff going on with Married at First Sight,
I was going to say, it sounds like maths.
At the moment, it's a really interesting read, because it's like, it's just awful what we women do sometimes to make men love us,
massage
or
their egos.
think that put our needs so behind theirs, and it's quite awful. Like what she does, that she drinks heavily and she's very she self-harms and stuff, and it's not all just because of this man, but it's just it's really well written. It's a really good book as well. So I highly recommend that as well.
Well, that sounds like a not very cheery one.
No, not cheery.
But a good book.
One nonetheless.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I've just poured you another glass of wine,
you.
Claire, because now we'll do snack attack. And we've got wine and snacks this week.
Yeah, we are living the life.
Let's talk about your wine.
Well, I just decided on the way in that I needed to buy something, so I went in and bought the Kylie Minogue Rosé, which I haven't tried yet.
No, it's been around for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's just a few months now.
Yeah, it's delicious.
It's actually really good. It's really good. It was $24 where I bought it. I don't know if you probably can get it lots cheaper than that, but I was on my way here.
It's really good.
It's quite dry. It's French.
It's very quaffable.
Very delicious. Thank you, Kylie Minogue.
Thanks, Kylie. I bought some new snacks.
Yeah.
So these are Harvest Snaps. We've tried them in the past when
have.
You bought some jalapeno something or other, didn't
you? Dill pepper
Jalapeno,
flavour
yes.
ones as well.
Well, these are now chickpea baked crisps, and they're little round puffs.
They are puffs. Indeed, they are puffs.
There's about 3 different flavours, but I got to try the sriracha and yuzu.
It just sounds like a made-up phrase,
doesn't it? Yuzu is like, they use it in Japanese cooking a lot. It's that sort of
It's a
citrus.
fruit, isn't it?
It's a citrus fruit. I mean, we never did do my citrus fruit rated.
No, yuzu
But
wouldn't come high.
no, it was.
Oh,
It was
high.
quite. It is quite high in my citrus fruit chart because it's got a real. It's a very unique taste, yuzu. And then, like if you get a little yuzu sorbet, sometimes you can get a yuzu daiquiri. It's really a yummy. It's not that super tart citrus.
Right.
I think these are. I didn't like them at first, but I actually think they're very addictive and yummy.
They are addictive. They do have I just don't know who came up with the concept of sriracha and yuzu flavouring as a combined. They're also made with select chickpeas, as if like
someone's
you can
picking the
tell.
chickpeas.
I didn't mind them. I like them.
No, don't mind them at all.
I like them, and with the Kylie Rosé, they're a lovely counterpoint flavour-wise.
Oh, they're made in Japan, so that would explain
the yuzu.
They're product of Thailand, but the company is Japanese, so that would explain the flavours, maybe.
Right, maybe. Look,
I like them.
I don't mind them.
Don't mind them.
I don't think I'd buy them. They'd be the kind of thing that would give my husband heartburn.
Yeah, very Moorish. Aren't they? Very Moorish.
Like, whenever I have anything that's got too many kind of complicated flavour profiles, I just know not to take them home, because he'll just say, oh no, that will give me heartburn. Straight away.
All right.
Mr. The fun police.
He is, isn't he?
The food fun
Police
police.
food rules. Now, listen, you've got an important laundry update.
Yes. Now, I don't know what this comes under. Like, is this a...
I think it's just standalone.
Oh, standalone, because it's so interesting.
It's so interesting.
Or
it's
indeed,
standalone.
so boring.
Yeah.
Well, I am nothing if not influenced by influencers on Instagram. And so I was flicking through my Instagram, and Roxy Jasenko was spruiking some laundry sheets by a company called
Was she paid
Wipe
to? Because
That.
she's a PR lady.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, unless she
really likes them.
looks after the company.
Yeah.
You know. And it's a company called Wipe That.
Called what?
Wipe That.
Wipe that.
.com.au.
Okay.
And the laundry sheets are called the Laundry Project Eco-Friendly Laundry Detergent Sheets.
Yes.
And I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy them because I'm sick of having big bottles of laundry detergent in my house that then I have to throw
And they get crusty.
away. Well, and also, it seems like what are you supposed to do with them
You
afterwards?
refill them.
True.
But you still then have the refill bag.
And you still have and you also still have the bottle, which gets in the way.
Yeah.
So these are sheets, right? So they are the size of an A5 envelope, and you put them into your washing machine with your load of washing. They say 1. I've been putting 2 in because they smell amazing.
What do they smell
Lazy Sunday morning is the
So is that like
linen? Clean laundry, sunshine, that kind of smell.
Lovely.
You know those smells.
Yeah, those smells.
And you just basically put them in. They've got a bit of fabric softener in them as well, which doesn't really happen to much because I have a top-loading washing machine, so it makes no difference really. But really smell delicious. I put 2 in instead of 1, and I think I probably need 2. I like I like my washing to smell of washing detergent. But really good, and they're
sensitive skin.
I think they have a sensitive skin range as well.
Yeah,
I'm not sure, but I haven't noticed any. No. I get really bad dermatitis and stuff, and I'm not itchy. They're kind of pricey, but again, I feel like they're not really that pricey. When you know how Omo is like $22 for 2 litres, they're about the same price as that. So, but you probably get, if you do it what they say, they give you, I don't know how many is in the packet, maybe 20. So it's probably a similar price. But I kind of think they're good because they fit into your cupboard. They're a lot smaller. They're biodegradable. The packaging is small and paper, so you can put them in the recycling.
Yes.
Highly recommend.
Excuse me.
There's a few, and then of course I go online and there's a million different laundry sheets out there. So I'm only.
Well, we're very partial to the koala laundry liquid.
Yes.
But it's not available at the moment.
Oh.
Lots of things aren't available at the moment. Did you know that?
No.
And lots of prescriptions as well. People are having to go to 3 different chemists to get prescriptions.
Why is that? Because of the floods?
Maybe
shipping?
The floods, maybe the shipping, maybe the COVID.
Maybe it's the big ship in the Suez Canal.
Oh, maybe.
I love her. I'm obsessed with her.
All right, well, somebody actually did it and put it in Sydney. It was funny. Anyway, in a meme.
And Mimi.
Yeah. Now, Claire, I've got written down here egg hips.
Yes.
Can
I know
you
what that means.
Can you enlighten me?
Well, this was your thing.
Oh, did I send you that?
Yes.
Did I put it on the list?
You did. But I can tell you what it is.
Yeah, go on.
Is that women have evolved with bigger hips, right? And everyone thought it's because we gave birth to babies and we needed the space for people's heads to come out, as it were. Apparently not. You know what we needed the space for? Laying eggs.
Actual eggs.
Ba, ba, ba.
But are they big eggs or little eggs?
Well, they'd have to be big enough that you'd need.
But they wouldn't be eggs for actual babies, would they? They must have been
eggs like the size of a baby.
No, prehistorically. We must have been. I have actually read the story. We basically were evolved from a creature that laid eggs, but that creature wasn't a human laying human eggs.
No.
But it was a creature. So back in the past, we would have laid eggs.
I find that so... like, even talking about it makes my cervix, go right back up into my stomach.
I'm not sure that's quite the terminology.
But you know what I mean? I just do not want
the thought of laying an egg.
Yeah. I feel like... So do you want this...
I did say earlier, actually, I did say that it sounded absolutely foul.
I mean, yes. You see, this funny thing is because we've always thought that we were primates, right?
Yes.
Which I guess doesn't mean that we're not primates, because maybe all primates came from animals that laid eggs.
Yeah.
Because we would have come from something that flew around that then became a creature in the trees, that then became a creature on the ground or whatever. I guess that's the evolution process. So somewhere along the way...
You're going very deep here, but...
No.
Yeah.
Well, I just can't understand how we can go from going, well, we all come from the same animals as chimpanzees, to suddenly we're laying eggs.
Yeah. It's fascinating, isn't it?
Is it fascinating or is it horrifying?
Both. Mm-hmm. I certainly won't be having a boiled egg for breakfast.
A scrambled egg.
I actually had a boiled egg this morning.
Did you?
It was delicious with soldiers. My favourite. Let's do, and this is a segue, what's cooking?
What's cooking?
Now, I have made at least once every week for the last fortnight, so that's only twice.
Twice a trend?
Yes, vodka pasta. It's been around forever. It's an Italian-American dish. And I've always seen it on menus in America and wondered what it was, so I googled it, and also I think Gigi made it recently.
She did, and she put her recipe up.
And put her recipe up. Yeah. So I did a slightly different recipe. Anyway, I decided to try it, and it's absolutely delicious. Vodka pasta.
And it's a bit of a misnomer because you only use a tiny bit of vodka.
Half a cup.
Yeah, but in the scheme of things, it's not like the pasta is made of vodka.
No, but you can.
It's a tomato sauce
with vodka.
With vodka in it.
But it does add something to it.
Yeah.
It does something, definitely.
Yeah.
And then I did one version that was just the tomato vodka, and then at the end you add in cream and parmesan, and just kept it very simple. But then I did another version that I added in peas and ham.
Yes.
And that was yum-yums.
Yes. So my friend Holly, hello Holly.
Hi Holly.
We'll call her Holly, that's her name. She used to make a pasta for me and Mark and Lucy. Hello Mark and Lucy. They'll love this because they're big fans of the show.
Oh.
We used to make one that had ricotta and peas and salmon in it and vodka.
Wow.
And bow tie pasta, I think.
I don't like bow tie pasta.
Oh,
I don't like the middle bit because it's always a bit crunchy.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of penne.
To make it out. Okay. You could have probably made it with penne. Maybe she did. Maybe I'm making up the bow tie pasta. But anyway, that had vodka in it too, and that was very classy. I like anything that sounds a bit weird.
Alcoholic.
Anything that has vodka in it.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Pretty much.
Russia.
Exactly. Best place on earth. They keep showing this promo for some TV show about Putin.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
And it's Putin on the bear. Now, listen, that's not a real photo, is it? Putin never actually...
I wouldn't have thought he would have been able to.
Rode a bear, did he?
He rode a horse,
yeah,
topless.
Yes, but he didn't ride a bear, did he?
Well, you know what? He may have.
Okay, let's do some... What hurts?
No!
I'm just being triggered by, all the COVID shutdowns again.
Yeah, it's funny how you say that because you hadn't put this on the list before I left the house today.
No, and then I did.
Yeah, no, but I had been thinking the same thing. I was like, I feel a little bit insecure and weirded out because COVID has sparked up again in Queensland.
It's the unknown and the uncertainty.
And there's lots of stuff that I'm reading online about America being warned that it's going to be really bad again, and somewhere, is it Italy or somewhere's having a really bad time?
Third waves in France.
Yeah.
And I'd really dialed down on the alerts and everything and, constant scrolling and updating. But because we're meant to be going to Brisbane on Thursday night for Easter, and our flight is at 6 p.m, which is 5 p.m. Brisbane time, which is when the lockdown's due to end, it's like, what do we do? Do we just risk it? I mean, we'll know whether the lockdown's ending or not before we get on a plane.
Yes.
But, do we cancel now? What do we do?
I don't know.
And Gladys is saying, don't go.
Yeah.
If you
not specifically to you.
Specifically, she told me. I mean, if she's saying don't go, well, she says don't go for non-essential travel, but then is going to see your, sick mother-in-law non-essential travel. I would say it's possibly. Essential. I'd say that's actually essential travel. So it's a really tricky one, isn't it? Yeah. But then if we go, and then Gladys said, I can't guarantee we won't have lockdowns. So what if you go and then you've got to go into ISO for 14 days? I can't face that.
Well, there's a part of me that would quite like that, but that's just
you
me.
think that now, but you actually wouldn't.
I know.
You actually wouldn't. And
I live my life in ISO, more or less.
Yeah.
Look, I feel like
it's just
we all need
all
to
that
calm down
uncertainty
again. There's no point in spiralling.
No, let's not spiral.
So it's a good tip not to spiral, to think about how you've dealt with this in the past, which is you just wait and see, right?
Yeah.
Wait it out, see what you can do.
Yeah.
If you can't go this weekend, you can go the weekend after.
I know. Look, it's just, what I have to say as well, just that people, I know we have 3 listeners in Europe, and it's just awful. It's just relentless. We've got Lindsay in Spain, we've got Moira in London, my mum's in London.
Hello, Maureen.
Hi, Maureen. Hi, Moira.
Hi, Moira.
And
Lindsay.
they're still in lockdown, and it just goes on and on and on. Anyway, that's what's hurting me now.
Yeah.
Just to finish off, so to speak, Claire. So there's a new ad campaign, right, to get people to go to South Australia, and it's the
slogan.
The campaign is Taste South Australia, which must be like a little government body or whatever, tourism body, and they've launched a new campaign. So South Australia is obviously south for everyone in this country.
Yes. Apart from Tasmania.
Oh, right. And anyway, gosh, sorry, my geography is out of
Sorry.
whack.
No, sorry.
Anyway, but the campaign, Claire, is go down south with your mouth. Mm-hmm. Now, listen, I do have a dirty mind, right? But
you are a 13-year-old boy.
I am a 13-year-old boy. Let me say it again for you, right? Mm-hmm. Go down south with your mouth.
Yes.
Sorry, what do you immediately think of? You don't have to spell it out.
I mean, it does make me immediately go, snark,
Do you go?
You're talking
Now
about
listen.
blowjobs.
Oh, I wasn't.
Oh.
No.
Oh, you're talking about ladies blowjobs.
Yeah. I'm talking about ladies. Maybe I'm just selfish.
And on that note...
But what I want to know is, have they done it on purpose?
Well, they might have.
So that people like us go,
go
down. It's a bit like see you in the NT.
Yeah.
Is it that, or is it nobody's realised, or do they just think it's
I would
clever?
hope that someone would realise before.
Yeah.
I mean, surely.
But it's probably someone like me sat in a meeting and went, well, I just think you're talking about, sex acts. And someone said to someone like me, well, you're just, a pervert, or you just have a one-track mind.
They would go...
And nobody in their right minds would think like that.
No, I think they go, it's quite brilliant, because
Right.
it's got a double meaning.
Do you think
it's filthy and funny?
Do you think it's brilliant? Is it going to make you go to South Australia?
No. He's made you, though, hasn't it?
Well, I am going, but not because of that. But maybe a little bit. No.
I mean, I'd go down South Coast. I'd go to Mollymook.
See, now that sounds filthy. I go to Mollymook.
You know what I mean?
Sorry, I was late. I was
in Mollymook.
I just went to Mollymook.
Sorry, I didn't realise at the time I was in Mollymook.
All right. Too childish for words.
Thank you so much for coming, as it were.
Oh.
And we'll see you next week. Come to the PDAs, which is our Facebook group.
Okay.
And
Me or
anyone who can be bothered.
Anyone who can be bothered.
And we'll see you next week.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.